welcome to the ACES CEO community as well as our CsuiteXchange podcast today. So my name is Teddy. Today we are very honored to have Eric, CEO of the King Wai Group, to come and share with us what he has the wisdom in his mind, right? First thing first, Eric, can you share us what is about King Wai Group?
King Wai Group is a conglomerate with the operation in China mainland, Hong Kong, and also Southeast Asia out of Bangkok. It was founded by our chairman, Dr. King Wai, back to 1983. So we have been actively developing to the area like real estate development and also financial services. We have been following the Belt and Road Initiative, and we have gained great support from the Chinese investment, and also we really tap on the opportunity of the Chinese consumption. At the same time, we also service the regional economic cooperation, as well as to help the local society in Hong Kong and also in Thailand.
I see. So there's a lot of, the footage in the globe, particularly in Asia Pacific area, right?
Yeah.
I see. So there should be a lot of, staff under your management then. Okay.
I mainly look after the international operation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. My family is in Hong Kong, and I travel a lot to Bangkok. In Bangkok, particularly, we have almost about 200 staff. Yeah, mainly look after the real estate development business, where our land bank is more than 7 million square meter.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 million square meter. And also look after the general insurance business. We are now the one and only one Chinese Hong Kong background qualified general insurer in the market. And we are very happy since we took over the operation from the former QBE Thailand. Yeah, we have been successfully turning around the business and continuously to service international clients, the local Thai clients, and particularly we add on a lot of Chinese clients.
Okay, I see. Well, there's a lot of nationalities within your business, right?
Yeah.
So you're managing teams of different nationalities as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the staff from Australia, from Malaysia, from Singapore, and also lots of the Thai staff, and as well as from Hong Kong.
Okay. So what do you see a difference between these talents then? Would there be some commonalities and differences?
Yeah, true. It is very interesting when you are running a cross-border multiple culture operation. Particularly, we are in two very different businesses. One is real estate and the other one is insurance. Even the mentality are quite different. But I think two things we have been promoting, particularly in our organization. One is adaptive or adaptation to different cultures. Yeah, particularly Thailand is a very interesting country where they are very, very accommodative to different cultures. So we are very happy to see our staff from different nationalities, from different cultural background. They all collected very closely to promote and actually grow the business out there. And the other thing very importantly in common is we always have the service mindset. Yeah, because no matter real estate and insurance, it's all about to create the best experience for the customers.
Right.
They can be the home buyers, they can be the policyholders. It's all about how we can provide them the best experience in their living and also in the daily life and provide the best protection and looking after them basically.
I see. So compared to the Thai staff, how do you see the Hong Kong people?
Interestingly, you may say the Hong Kong style is more aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more efficient.
Okay.
It's more, it's always concerned about time. We just want to, move the things very quickly forward and get it done. Thai culture, it is more accommodating, as I just mentioned, more patient.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are willing to take time but deliver the good stuff. Yeah, so sometimes it can be kind of like, rather than say a challenge, but however, it's how to mix the two cultures together. Right? We certainly have the result to deliver. We certainly have the timeline to deliver. We certainly have the, the works to be done. But the most important thing is to how to best combine, it's really more efficient way, but also, with the best outcome.
Okay.
So to mix the two cultures together is very interesting experience.
Well, that's a tough task, right? Tough task. So how do you actually manage two different cultures so that they will drive together with the same speed, service quality, result, without pushing one end too much?
Yeah, I would say the most important thing to really merge different cultural together and different working style together is to set a very clear framework and procedure and also the targets. What we need to deliver, right? What we should do, and what would be the best way and the reasonable timeline to get the result to be there. I think once we have the common understanding about the process and also the result, it's much easier to get everyone on the same page and on a coordinated pace of works and to get things done.
Well, that measurement matrix is really important, right? You get the KPI correct, get the direction correct, and then drive them with the independent check to see what is going on, right?
Yeah.
But yet, I want to ask you something about vision.
Yeah.
Being a CEO, how do you set the vision and scale down to your staff and let them know this is the way to go? How do you motivate them? How do you aspire to them?
Yeah, the vision is really we want to be a leading conglomerate in the region and deliver the best product in both property and also insurance. Always have a customer-centric mindset in place. That's really our vision. So I think the most important thing to, we say, translate or interpret the vision to action plan is about the common recognition about what we really need to deliver. That's very critical. As I just mentioned, customer-centric, the client experience-centric, and which is really important to drive the whole organization as a learning organization. Because you need to learn from your customer, you need to learn from your competitor, you need to learn from different culture, you need to learn from your colleagues, and then continuously you will evolve. Although there will be different challenges I just mentioned, or rather than challenges, but the inspiration from different point of view or different angles or different markets and different practices. But at the end of the day, it is all about what we can make the experience of the home buyer, of the policyholder, of our client, our partners feel the best. The best about our service level, the best about our service result, the best about our product, and then they will support you together to grow together.
Okay. You mentioned a lot of time of customer-centric, right? It means to me that you are very design thinking concept type of mentality doing or driving your business. So how do you actually listen to your customer? How do you collect the voice of the customers?
Yeah. So I think the most important thing is first you need to become a customer of yourself, right? So we always encourage our colleagues and also including myself to try to purchase our own services. Right. For example, I want to put a deposit to buy an apartment that I built, right? How would I feel? I seriously really put it on, and then I check the apartment by myself, and certainly I need to sit down and talk to my wife, right? And to see whether it is the wise decision to make. Also, I buy the policy myself, so you can feel right. Okay, if there is a claim or I want to claim, if I pick up the phone, I call the hotline. How they answer me, without really disclosing who I am. Just as a normal customer. I think the key thing is, stay close to the market, and most important is really stay very, very close with the frontline staff, because they are really the first contact point of your customers, right? They are really the ones who is really the face of your product, face of your company, face of your culture, the way they behave and the way they interact with your potential customers is really important. So that's why the best way I always suggest to my staff is that, try to experience the whole process by yourself. And then you're gonna identify what we can do better, where we can improve. And then also at the same time, they also compare with the market, right? They are also the consumers of, other property developers. They are also trying to buy insurance policies from so many, different insurance companies. They are the best, starting from our own staff to give us the feedback, and then further extend and touch and feel and talk to your business partners, your agents, your brokers, your home buyers, and collect the feedback and understand where we can do better.
Can you a little bit more how you actually put on a structure or mechanism or platform to collect customers' feedback and then analyze it? How do you do that?
Okay. Rather than make it very complicated procedure, we make it straightforward. So the best way is actually even the middle office and the back office, they need to actually try or taste a piece of the frontline works.
Okay.
Yeah. So
location.
Yeah, actually, yes, it's kind of like rotation, but however, I would say it's really a participation and involvement
Okay.
of the different staff. Generally speaking, for example, like the insurance underwriters, they are generally in the mid office, right? They, the agencies, the brokers, they will pass in the risk or the demand of the clients, and then underwriters review the risk, they look into the number, and then they decide, how much loading or what should be the rate and the pricing. However, we also encourage our underwriter to join certain client meetings so they can test and feel, right? Really put themselves in the frontline position. Let actually the back office and the mid office really to listen to what the clients say. And that would be the best way, rather than certainly we sit down together, we have the workshop, we have the seminars, and we share our views and share our observation from all those interactions from different clients. But the most important thing is they need to feel that, right? Rather than always sit on the chairs in the office and just do some analytical work.
I see. So they try to push them, towards the front line, right?
Yes.
Do the front line work rather than sit here.
Yes, talk to clients, feel the feedbacks, and even visit the clients once, particularly sometimes it can be very difficult and challenging cases, right? For example, like in the property sales, some clients, they really say, oh, you know what, now it's the COVID, we have the challenges of the economic pressure, so we want to have an installment plan. Is it possible? If you are the CFO, then you sit in the office, you will say, oh, forget it, right? This may not be the right client, so next one. But however, look at the market. Why not you really talk to the client, talk to the house buyer, and see if we can deliver any solution to them.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it seems to imply to me that you will look into the customer journey map, right? So step by step and see how we can do better in any of the touch point.
Yes.
So does the COVID actually change the customer buyer behavior, and then customer journey map have to be remapped again?
Yeah. The major changes, I would say, pretty much every company experienced the same is less and less physical visits. Right. More and more is they count on the online media, they count on the phone conversation, they count on their own due diligence about your product, but on online channel. Right. So it is very important that particularly I would say is really how you brand yourself on the online channel and can still deliver the message to your target audience. That's quite critical. Actually, one of the very obvious changes is actually the leads, no matter from the property sales or from the insurance sales, from the online channel increases significantly. Yeah, naturally, because actually the customers or they are less out of the door. Right?
They've got nothing to do, right? So
exactly. Yeah, they should check the website. Right? So check out the Facebook, they check out the Instagram, they Google your brand, they Google all the comments from different online sources. So that part we spend quite much time, which means that now online is very important to enhance or to add value to the customer experience.
I see. So given COVID has been sustained for some months, right? So it's not going to end very soon. Do you think your impact to your company, your behavior, your mode of business will be permanent change or substantial change or just a temporary adjustment here?
I would say, as I just mentioned, the key impact is really the reduced amount of physical visits. So I would say this will last until really the vaccine came out. However, one thing very important we believe that is a major changes to the customer behavior is really they count on more online channels to understand, to do their own knowledge, research to understand you and your product. So this part will be quite a structural changes. Yeah, because actually once they get used to the convenience, and once more and more sources are willing to tap on this trend, things will change. So that part, I would say, is quite structural changes, and we really spend more and more efforts rather than really saying a full digitalization. Full digitalization, I would say, is really kind of like gimmick, but it's all about how to an effective communication on the digital channels and the digital online media to your target audience.
Actually, a lot of our audience actually entrepreneurs. What kind of advice you give to entrepreneurs this COVID time? what they should do, I mean, to strive, to thrive in the future?
Stay alive.
Stay alive.
Yes.
So is there any concrete recommendation that what can you do to stay alive?
Yeah, I would say it's a very challenging time, for all the businesses, because everybody is seeing that the revenue experience a significant drop, and also the way of really talk to your target audience, including the investor, are getting more and more remote, right? Although it's basically at the end of the day, personal interaction are so important because emotionally we can communicate as well. So I would say to all the entrepreneurs, it's all about stay alive, stay strong, and get prepared better, and try to reach out. On the other hand, the benefit of all this online communication to the potential investor in particular is that it's easier, right? If it's a physical meeting, maybe you can only do 3 or 4, the most every day. Now we can do 15, if you want.
Really stressful.
Yeah.
I feel the same thing, right? Meetings and meetings, they're all back to back.
Yes. So the good thing is, from a more positive angle, now is you can make the communication more efficient. You can reach out to more investors. They have more time to really, because they also do nothing but at home, right? They cannot travel. Exactly. Occupy the time, occupy the air time particularly to present your idea, to convince them, and to move the project forward and stay healthy as well.
So this is the economy of attention, right? Rather than the economy of anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So attention is more important than anything. So grab others' attention.
Exactly.
Get the airtime, right?
Yes.
Don't let them go, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's the chance there.
Yes.
Thank you. So I think that you can share with some book that you read, right? I mean, is it a book that you can share with us, or what is lesson learned there?
Yeah, this is a book from my old boss, my former boss, Vincent Low. He's the chairman of the Sherman Group. This book is about the seagull, Jonathan Livingston.
Right.
So it was still quite a famous book. Mr. Low gave it to me 2002 when I joined him as a management trainee, and he was my mentor. And I would say what I really learned from this book is not a thick book.
Okay, yeah.
And
you see what the book is, right?
Yeah.
The seagull, right?
Yes. And what I learned is that practice for perfection is the best to experience your life journey and your business journey.
Right.
So I would say this is the best outcome, and the best takeaway from the book is keep practice. Keep practice and practicing for perfection.
Makes perfect. That's good, right?
Yeah.
So once you go out and first step and you try it, somehow you have a chance to succeed, right?
Yes.
So sitting there, you're
Yes.
wasting your time, right?
If you never try to fly, you never know if you can fly.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much, Eric. All right, you have given us so much wisdom today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.